Hi, I'm Tom Zelenka. Now, I'm just a beginner in the kitchen. In every episode of Carolina Cooking, I meet a different chef from a famous restaurant in the Carolinas who'll teach me to cook their secret recipes in just 30 minutes or less. Really good.
Welcome to Carolina Cooking, shot on location at the Mansion on Forsyth Park and the 700 Kitchen Cooking School. Now, here's your host, Tom Zelenka.
Hi, welcome to Carolina Cooking. I'm your host, Tom Zelenka. This is the show where we find the best chefs from the best restaurants all around North and South Carolina, and we bring them here to teach you and I how to make their incredible recipes. Today, we're making a little something that you could probably find at a little cafe just below the Colosseum in Rome. We're making Veal Saltimbocca, or Bocca actually, and Veal Saltimbocca alla Romana. And to help us get to this, to make this incredible dish right here, is a chef from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Chef Rinaldo Montrosa from Villa Romana in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Hello, Chef.
Good to see you.
Now, if I go to the Colosseum, I'm sitting there in Rome, I go to a little cafe, Veal Saltimbocca is something I could find there, correct?
Yes, that is exactly one of the most popular dishes you will find in Rome. Okay. This is why it's called Veal Saltimbocca, and actually means dancing in your mouth.
So dance in your mouth.
So that's basically, yes,
okay.
something like that. So, so we're going to actually start cooking this, and we're going to prepare the mushroom first, and then we're going to cut the veal, because we don't want to cross-contaminate the cutting board.
Absolutely. Okay, fantastic. Now, you were born in Italy, correct?
I was born in Rome, so this is one of my favorite dishes.
Is this a family recipe, something your mother would have made when you were...
Yes. This is basically a family recipe, and we kind of went from generation to generation.
Oh, okay.
My mother taught me a lot of things, including one of the things she taught me was how to make pasta. So we do make all our pasta in the restaurant, and we cut all our veal like we're going to be doing over here.
Okay. So it starts with mushrooms,
with
correct?
Mushroom, yeah. Let's start.
Alrighty.
I slice one, you slice the next one.
Okay. Do I have to take this thing off?
Yes. The beef. No, you can keep it on. That's fine. That's part of the mushroom. What you do, take one little piece off of it, and you flip them over so the mushroom doesn't get away from you.
That's nifty. I gotcha.
Otherwise, we'll run away from you.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do two more.
That's a nifty little tip. I never even thought about that. Anytime I try to make mushrooms for like an omelet, if I'm feeling creative on a Sunday morning, they just go all over the place. That's a good idea. Alrighty, so we have some mushrooms.
Now we're going to save the mushrooms.
Okay.
We're going to put them in a frying pan in a few minutes.
Okay.
And we're going to cut the veal, slice the veal. So we're going to bring the veal over here. Ooh. And this is fresh veal.
It does look fresh.
This is the same veal I use at the restaurant.
Okay, and where do you get the veal from?
It's different buyer you can buy from. It's a different company that you can get it from. Provimi is one of the company, but U.S. Food Service, Kinko's, different companies you buy from.
But you make the cuts yourself?
I cut myself, yeah. All my veal is hand sliced and premises, so it's never been, I don't buy anything that is pre-packaged.
Okay,
all right. I'm going to slice the first one, and then you can slice the next one. I'll slice it about almost a half-inch thick, and I go straight down.
Okay.
And then I put them on the side.
All right.
I'm going to pound as soon as the process is done.
Okay, I'll give it a shot here. Just about like that.
About like that, yes.
And just...
That's close enough.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, veal is an extremely tender meat.
All right.
Now, once we're going to pound it down, and then we're going to lay a slice of prosciutto on top of it.
So we're pounding. We got to get our pounder?
Yes.
And we just pound it out like that, or?
We're going to pound it down, yes.
Okay.
We just put a plastic bag on top. I'm using what they call a freezer bag, because they're a little bit heavy duty than just plastic wrap. And we're just going to pound it down. I'm going to do one, you do the other one. Okay? This, basically what I'm doing is actually thinning the prosciutto down, the veal down, so I can lay the prosciutto on top of it.
Okay.
And then you go to the next one.
Well, the God thought of some money, you dirty rat. Hey, take that! Hey, take that! Hey! That's how we deal with people.
Oh yeah, and if you don't like somebody, I guess you can just think of it.
Yes.
Now this type of veal, you should be able to find in a butcher shop. Normally I use top round for all my veal cutlets, so I don't know if the grocery store will actually have it, but the butcher shop will have it. You should be able to play the tarantella, so you have a better beating for the Italian cooking.
Yeah. Alrighty.
All right.
I might get on American Idol that way.
Actually, I'm going to beat it down a little bit longer.
Okay.
And then we're going to lay a prosciutto on top of it. That's it. You got to be a little meaner.
Okay.
At this point in time, then we're going to lay the prosciutto. We got a slice of prosciutto.
This is ham, right?
This is actually prosciutto ham, and this comes out of the city of Parma. It's actually a little north of Florence, about 2 hours north of Florence. And it's a special prosciutto that basically comes from the region.
Okay.
And
is it already cooked, or?
This is actually cured, and we do slice this prosciutto ourselves also. We buy the entire, basically the prosciutto, and then we slice as we need it.
All right.
And at this point in time, we're going to dust them in flour.
Okay. Flour. I have
And the reason why I do the flour is because once we add the wine, I want actually trying to make a most like a very light sauce.
Okay.
And you can do the next one.
Alrighty, fantastic. And doesn't matter which side first?
No.
Okay, good. And
now we can put this in the frying pan.
Okay.
With the prosciutto side down.
We'll be putting those in the frying pan. Do we need to put our butter in to get it all nice and hot?
Yes. To get our butter in there.
All right. And
we
we
can put the butter on the side.
Turn some fire on the old frying pan here. Get our butter in there, and when we come back, we will be frying up our veal cutlets when Carolina Cooking continues. So, and just basically get that hot, or
not yet.
You can find the secret recipes of the best chefs in the Carolinas, all in one book, the Carolina Cooking Cookbook. Find the Carolina Cooking Cookbook in Amazon.com and our website, carolinacooking.tv.
Welcome back to Carolina Cooking. I'm here with Chef Ronaldo, and we are heating up our butter. We have it nice and hot, and we're ready to throw our cutlets in and start them frying. How long are they going to take?
A few minutes, maybe 3 or 4 minutes. So we're going to start.
3 and 4 minutes total, or
3 or 4 minutes total, and then probably a little longer since we're going to melt the cheese. But we're going to start out with putting the cutlet in the frying pan with the. It's okay, you can pick them up.
Okay, good.
With the prosciutto side down, because you want the fat to melt and give the flavor to the dish itself. So
I like
do the
that.
same thing on the other one.
Okay.
Prosciutto side down.
Okay.
You want basically what you want to do. You want it to the prosciutto to melt, the fat to melt, and gives the flavor to the whole dish. Now you can just put the sage. Put the sage on one corner over here, on this corner.
Okay.
Yes, and now you can dump the mushroom on this side.
The mushrooms on the other corner.
Yes.
Because everybody knows sage and mushrooms don't like to be together in the same pan. You know, you got to keep that distance between the two gangs.
Yeah, they're allergic to one to the other, so it's really. You're right. You got to keep them away, otherwise you just don't mix.
Do we put?
Not yet. Not the wine. Yes.
Can we drink it now? I'm just kidding.
Well, if it was up at my restaurant, actually the glass would be a little bit fuller than that.
Yeah.
And after I drop the
you
wine,
dump, you
whatever's
left over,
and then the other one would just be drinked up.
That's a good way to work. So this is going to take about 3 minutes.
3 or 4 minutes, yes. And while it's cooking, in the meantime, what we can do is we can go ahead and drop our pasta.
Drop our pasta now?
Because we're going to actually do a pesto.
Oh, so should we make the pesto first? Probably.
Yeah, that'd be fine. We're going to make our pesto. And while our saltimbocca is actually seasoning.
Okay, we'll keep our eye on it, I promise. And what do I need to put in here
All right,
first?
what we need to do is put about half of that garlic.
Half of this garlic?
Yes.
Like half of the cloves, or do I need
half
to cut
of our
it?
cloves. No, just half of our cloves.
Just
this
one?
is fresh garlic, yes.
Okay.
And it will actually takes the flavor is very flavorful, so you don't really want to have a lot of.
So, fresh garlic, the flavor is more intense at the beginning? How long?
Yes, when you first cut it, it's actually very intense, so you don't really want to use a lot of garlic.
But if you had some of that garlic in a jar, you know, already
that
done,
is not as flavorful, which that means you might have to use maybe a half teaspoon or a teaspoon to get the same amount of flavor.
Alrighty.
I'm going to have to turn this fire down just a little bit, and actually if you move over for a moment, this is actually doing real good, and we're going to ready to flip them over. When we're ready to flip them over, we're going to add the wine to it. So you want to flip these over.
Fantastic. So flip one like that. Oh, that is good and brown there on that side.
Yes.
Very nice.
And as you notice, the fat on the prosciutto is actually crystallized, you know, and then it brings the flavor out. Now you can add the wine to it.
Okay. Alrighty, and this is wine. About how much wine did we use?
Probably, what was, 3-4 ounces,
okay.
about a half cup, a little
Alrighty.
over a half cup.
Okay, so now
If
we have our garlic in here.
And we need to add some pine nuts.
Pine nuts, okie-doke. And what else?
Okay.
Ooh, or not all of them?
Not all of it, but
it's okay. They'll just edit this out. Yeah,
that's
and
fine.
Yeah,
Pine
that's
nuts
fine.
is actually not a problem. Not
They
as
won't.
mu-
They don't keep my mistakes.
not,
That's the
not
important
as
thing.
much as the garlic.
Okay.
So we need to add some Parmesan cheese.
Parmesan, and I'll stop
about a
all
half
of
over
it?
that. No,
Okay.
about a half over that.
Alrighty, I'm
And
slowly
we're going to
learning.
see the consistency of it.
Okay.
And then we're going to add
Some
basil.
Basil?
This is, it definitely needs basil.
that smells really good. Really
This is
good.
fresh basil, fresh leaves, and
Okay.
it will blend in there.
How much of this?
Probably about that much.
Okay.
But
All right.
probably about 5-6 leaves. These are large leaves, so it won't take as much as if they were smaller.
And I got this.
Just a pinch.
Just
I
a
mean,
pinch,
unless
just-
you want it spicy.
All right. Spicy.
And a touch of salt.
Touch of
a
salt,
pinch.
just a pinch. Okay.
And
Alrighty.
then we add the olive oil.
Olive oil. Alrighty. Do we add it now, or do we let
No,
this
we add
chop?
it.
Okay.
No, we add it now.
All right. Because before, I've let this stuff chop up, and then I've added the oil at that time. So this is a little different. This is interesting.
Well, if you do it before, then you will have a mashed basil instead of basically a blend basil.
So we got the lid on, always important, and just let it chop?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Nothing's
good.
happening. Which button do I have? Go.
Try it now.
I'm trying.
What
trying.
it is okay.
Ah,
we need to
I
turn
think I
these
got a
around.
pine nut stuck on the thing.
There, try it again now.
There.
There you go.
See, it takes a chef to learn how to work these things. If it's up to me, then it doesn't happen. Okay, how do we know when it's done?
That looks almost done. So let's stop
Okay.
and we're gonna check it at this point
All
in
right.
time. We can we can push it down. We can push these pine nuts down. We want to
okay.
bring it and cut it down a little bit more, and we put it back in there into the blender.
And how's our veal doing? Is it too much? Is it going good?
It's almost perfect. And that should be good right there. We're
Okay.
gonna turn them off, and in a moment we're gonna mix all together.
Alrighty.
Let's get back to the veal over here.
Yep. And
the veal is doing really good. So we
veal's
take
doing
some
good.
mozzarella cheese.
mozzarella cheese.
We put them on top.
Put
We
it
let
on
it
top
melt.
here.
Yes.
Okay. Just like that?
Yes.
All right. And then,
We're gonna start cooking, boiling our pasta for for our
okay.
fettuccine. So and when we
well, let me grab that right there for you. Let me grab the pasta. We have this all covered up here. Fresh
now this
pasta
is all
right here.
this is also a fresh pasta that we
Okay.
make at our restaurant.
How much?
Uh,
All of it?
A handful, not a whole lot of it. Just break it off. There you go. It's fresh, so I
Just
won't
take
hurry
what
you.
you need. Take what you need.
There
Yep,
you go.
Just take, okay. Is this good?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alrighty. Well, when we come back, I'll speak to Aris Ragazes and find out which wine would go perfectly with our veal when Carolina Cooking continues. Smells it.
Okay.
Yep.
We got the pasta in the water.
You can find the secret recipes of the best chefs in the Carolinas, all in one book, the Carolina Cooking Cookbook. Find the Carolina Cooking Cookbook in Amazon.com and our website, carolinacooking.tv.
Welcome back to Carolina Cooking. I'm here in the wine cellar on the mansion on Forsyth Park with our wine expert, Aris Ragazes. And Aris, me and Ronaldo were making Veal Saltimbocca, and apparently this is a dish you could find all over Rome. It's just classically Italian. Now, have you gone out on a limb? Are you trying something daring or what?
No, I'm gonna chicken out this time in a
Okay.
way. I'm gonna have something very classically Italian to go with a dish that's classically Italian, and what could be more classic than Chianti?
Okay, all
This
right.
is from a very small, quality-minded producer called Casabianca.
Okay.
And it's a Chianti Colli Senesi, and that means it comes from a subzone of Tuscany. I mean, of the Chianti region of Tuscany, called the Hills of Siena. That's
The
what Colli
Hills of Siena.
yeah.
That sounds very romantic.
This is new wave Chianti. This is not the old wicker basket, dark colored, rustic Chianti that many people associate with the name. This is modern Chianti, elegant, rich.
Now, Chianti is usually what? I mean, when I think of it, a red wine, it's a big, meaty, dark, heavy wine. Is that why you picked this?
No. Chianti is not that anymore. It may used to have been that, and the name Sangiovese comes from Sanguis Jovis, which means the blood of Jupiter.
Yeah.
And that would imply a big, powerful red wine. It's actually one of the best food wines you can imagine. Medium-bodied, lots of flavor, good acidity, only moderate tannins, very complex even from the start. Isn't that rich?
Yeah.
A lot of flavor, but it's not so much flavor that it's going to overwhelm a dish. It's rarely going to wimp out in front of a dish either. So it's one of my favorite, just all-around good food wines.
Okay, and so it's going to work great with our pesto too, because our pesto has a lot of basil in it too, and it's not really going to fight with that.
Sangiovese, the grape, has a natural, almost spiced cherry flavor to it. And Chianti ages a little bit quicker in the bottle than most other wines. So when you buy it, especially in the Reserva, which has been aged longer in wood, and it gets a little more maturity, it's going to have a little more complexity. Being a Reserva, they've picked the best grapes. It's going to be a little richer.
Well, I have to get my pasta out. We just put it in the pot, and it only takes 2 to 3 minutes to do, so I've got to go get it out.
Don't want any whippy pasta, do we?
No. When Carolina Cooking continues.
That was good.
You can find the secret recipes of the best chefs in the Carolinas, all in one book, the Carolina Cooking Cookbook. Find the Carolina Cooking Cookbook in Amazon.com and our website, carolinacooking.tv.
Welcome back to Carolina Cooking. Our cheese is melted on our veal, and our pasta is done, I suppose. How do you know if pasta is done?
And when you pick it up, it breaks on you, and it's still a little dente, you know, where you just bite into a still little dente, that means it's pasta is done.
Okay.
It's done.
Okay.
This pasta actually, since it's fresh pasta, we make this at the restaurant, it only takes about 3 minutes to 4 minutes to cook. So
really?
it doesn't have to cook a long time.
Alrighty.
Because it's fresh pasta. So what we're going to do, we take the pasta out, we don't really want to overcook it.
Yeah, take it out.
Yes, take it out. You want it to strain it. Strain the water. And then you dump them in the pesto we have prepared.
Our pesto that we've made. Alrighty. Good. And now, how long does it take to make pasta from scratch? How hard is that?
There is a different issue. This pasta is actually made with the what I call an extruder, and which that means we normally make an average about probably right now in the summer about 40 to 50 pounds of pasta per day. So,
per day?
Per day. And that takes, to make that much pasta, it takes about 1.5 hours to 2 hours. Because of the extruder. Now, if I would make this like my mother used to make it, that much pasta would probably take me 2 days. So that's why I'm glad I got the extruder.
Now, how long have you been here in America? When did you arrive?
I first came into the United States in 1972.
Okay.
And I opened my first restaurant in 1978, and from there on I moved. Used to come down to Myrtle Beach and on vacation, and we liked the area, and we decided to move down there in 1985.
You went on vacation, you decided you just didn't want to leave.
Exactly.
You're like, what the hey, we'll just open up a restaurant here.
That's
so in
good,
1985,
right
you opened up Veal Romana.
Veal Romana in Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
And you know, as you notice, we make our own pasta there. We cut our own veal. We make our own bread also.
Wow.
So we do a lot of the things on premises. We don't. Almost nothing is bought outside. Now you can mix the pasta with the pesto. Actually, this pesto is called Pesto alla Genovese. One of the reasons why is actually come out of the Genova region, which is a little north of, probably northwest of Florence. Okay. Now you can put this on a plate.
It smells good. I'm going to sneak a bite here ahead of time.
The fresh basil and the pine nuts and the olive oil makes a wonderful dish.
Okay. So I put this on the plate first?
Put on a plate. No, just put it on a plate, and then we work on this. This is about it to be put on a plate. So put whatever is necessary. So we want to.
Is
if
that
it's
good?
Too much? Yeah, this looks good. Yeah. It looks
too
good.
much? I can put some back?
No, it's all right.
Okay.
It's all right. I want to save them one for me later on. So.
Okay.
And now we can put the prosciutto on there. We can line them up on each side.
Okay. And put
our cutlet,
our veal cutlet on here.
Yes.
Do I just dump it out or set it down?
No, just set it down the cutlet on the plate, one on one side and one on the other, and then you can dump everything on top of it, including the juice.
Do you want them facing in or facing out? Okay. Well, they're facing in now.
I'm not quite sure which one is safe.
Okay. And then just dump all the...
Just dump everything in there.
Oh, I can dump. Now, just dumping stuff down on there is pretty easy for me to do. Alrighty. There you go.
That looks
It
great.
does look incredible. Let me get you a glass of wine. A Chianti.
Now, if you have a date at the house,
Yeah.
and you want to really impress her, you put some...
Okay. Now, if I have a date at the house, my girlfriend's going to get very upset. But if I do, I will, you know, definitely try to impress her. Oh, let me give this a shot. Let me see how good this looks. Putting the flowers on there. What kind of flowers are those?
They are actually eatable orchids, so you can actually eat those orchids. They're not only as they look good, but also they're eatable.
You give it a try there. It's very good. It's very tender. The meat is very tender, very good.
Well, you pound it hard enough early that this should be an extremely good dish. So,
well, if you want to find out more about the wine, our recipe, or if you want to find out more about Chef Ronaldo or his restaurant Veal Roma in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, visit our website at carolinacooking.tv. I'm Tom Zelenka, and that's Carolina Cooking.
salute.
Salud. Very good job. Oh. That is good. That is good.
Thank you.
Yes.
You know, that's why they call Saltimbocca, because it's still alive and has cooking.
Go to carolinacooking.tv for the recipes featured on this show. Plus, on carolinacooking.tv, you'll find more information on the wine, chefs, and foods of Carolina Cooking. That's carolinacooking.tv.
Carolina Cooking is filmed on location in 700 Kitchen Cooking School at the Mansion on Forsyth Park Hotel in Savannah, Georgia. For details on their hands-on cooking classes, call 888-711-5114 to book a class.